Hi and welcome to another section of Jeff the Master. In this edition we're going to be showing you the Andis Master, right? It comes like that, right? I'm going to be doing some modification. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be switching the blade. I'm going to put a Fade Master, and also I'm going to calibrate it, and also I'm going to adjust, made a little lighter the level, right? The reason why I like that I don't like this blade is because the surgical blade is because you have to kind of like bend in more, kind of like scrape more, curve it, right? With the flat blade right here, we got the 90 edition with cable. It has a flat blade, it's the fade, so it's more easier to fade. There's not, you don't, the stroke is a lot better to me, I feel. But if you don't have the control or don't know yet how to do a fade, the levels, it makes a lot of line and it nags a lot. So, and then another thing, this level is super tight, so I'm gonna put a little loose, and also it has 4 screws in it. Inside of there, I'm gonna show you guys, and also I'm gonna calibrate it. Right now from factory it has that much space right there, as you guys can see, right? That blade is 2 up and it has a big gap, so we're gonna make it a little bit more tighter. See the space, how much space? So we're gonna get it calibrated, we're gonna get that level adjusted less tighter, and we're gonna switch the blade. So those are the 3 things we're gonna do on this video. You're gonna need 1 big screwdriver and then a small one. The big screwdriver to take the 2 screwdriver. Also, you're gonna be needing a blade, a Fade Master blade, or you could buy the blade, so you go interchange the blades. So we're gonna take the 2 screws from this one, from the 90 edition, the cable one, and pretty much I'm gonna do the same. It's the same. For the level, right now is perfect, it's to my taste, but I'm gonna unscrew it and I'm gonna loose it up. I'm gonna make it more loose, and by doing so is this 4 screw, don't unscrew it completely, just a little bit, and you're gonna see the difference on how loose. You see how loose it is, but you don't want it too loose, because if then when you put the blade against the head and you start going up, the level is gonna go, it's gonna run up, it's gonna move on its own. So you want to kind of little tight, but not too tight. You understand what I'm saying? So by doing so, right now this is what I'm doing. I'm tightening a little bit each screw, not too much, because if you screw it tight, everything really tight, it's gonna be way too tight. And if you leave it too loose, it's gonna be way too loose, the level. So you gotta, keep screwing each. See how I'm doing? Check each screw. I keep tightening it, and then I start checking the level. Then I know, right here I'm just making it a little more tight, because I know how much tension in order to get it the tight that I want it. See, right here is perfect. It's actually a little too tight, but I'd rather to be a little. See, now I'm just gonna loose it up just a tiny bit. See, now it's perfect. So I'd rather have it tight, the level tight, than loose, because when you put it too loose, the level is gonna move on its own, and you don't want that. Then the blade is gonna close on you whenever you're doing a fade. So same thing that you could do it to this one. So we're gonna take this blade, right, and we're gonna we already did it to this one. I already put it to the way that I want it, perfect for my taste. And the screw that you're gonna need is that for those 4 little screws right there. You're gonna need the little screwdrivers, just so you know what I mean, it fit really nice and don't what's the word, scrape the screw. All right, but once you have it the way that you have it, you know what I mean, like I said, don't leave it too loose, because if when you're doing a fade like that, the blade, let's say you're doing a blade, that level is gonna go close on its own, and that's a no-no. You know what I mean? So right here, we're gonna put back that blade. Now we're gonna put the flat blade, which is the Fademaster blade, and we're gonna use the big screwdriver for those screws, right? And we're not gonna tighten it right away. We're not gonna tighten it. We're just gonna leave it and make sure when we're gonna calibrate it, make sure that each side it has the same width, right? And then we close the level, right? And when you're gonna zero gap it, I calibrate it by just, you know, with an eye. I get right in front and I look at it, and I close one of my eyes, and I can see how much I want it to be zero gap. And then with my two fingers, I make sure I hold it in place, and then I start tightening each screw, right? Each screw, I start tightening it. Then I got it right there. Then you know, I turn it on, and it's running beautiful. You know, it's running nice. Obviously, I did this video in Spanish, so the sound and everything is not there. So because I'm speaking over this video. So when I'm gonna test it in my forearm, because right there is very sensitive, like the neck or someone that has a sensitive skin. So when you going to test your clipper, make sure you do it real slow and gentle. You don't want to, you know, hurt yourself. So when you do it into your forearm and you test it in there in your forearm, if it bothers you, it's gonna bother the client, and if it cuts you, it's gonna cut the clients. So you know, you want to take those precautions. You want to be safe than sorry. So right now we're gonna turn it on, right? And then little by little, not too hard. And then once I see it, I put more pressure. And if by putting a lot of pressure, I see that doesn't bother me, then that means it's good. Then I test it out by scraping it up, and I know it's not bothering me, it's not pinching, it's not nagging. So boom, we got it real nice. So now I'm just, you know, we're gonna show you. Look at how nice. See, it's still, I don't like mine too even tight. I don't like that blade even, because then that will definitely hurt the client. But it's a lot closer than what it came from factory. So you see the space is minimal now compared to before that they have a big gap. Now it's almost zero gap. But like I said, I don't want my clippers or my trimmers to be completely the blade even with the front blade. And yeah, that's how you have a Fademaster blade on a master. So I have a Fademaster cordless now, and you see the level, you see how it is. Also zero gap like that, completely closed, right? That's 000. And you see when I close it, if I close it and put pressure, it doesn't go in its own. So it's nice and tight still. So I like it like that. But remember, the 4 screw is how you adjust the level. All right, that's what I'm saying right there. And then to zero gap it, you already saw how to do it to this machine. How to flip, you know, this factory one to that one. But this blade is actually really good, and you could put it back to the other machine, to the other masters. And yeah, that's how you do the Fademaster. So I'm gonna put this one, the surgical blade or the thick blade, I'm gonna put it to this one. I got this clipper back in 2014. This is the 90 edition, the Andis Masters, but with the cord. So same thing, and I'm gonna show you how I calibrate it. And yeah, if you like what you see in this video, and you see everything that I'm doing, it's very informative and it's helping you, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram. And yeah, this is how it looks. It's all calibrated, and it's back to the stock factory blade on the master. Once again, thank you for your time. It's your boy Jeff. Peace.